They could get 16 corner offices on every floor of both towers. So if you need a corner office, this is your building. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange Group is a merger that involved the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the Chicago Board of Trade, the world's largest and oldest grain market, along with the New York Mercantile and Commodity Exchanges. They trade futures, options, gold, foreign currencies, and a large range of agricultural, energy, and metal commodities. The merger has really enabled Chicago to continue to play a very active role in the global marketplace. Now as we go underneath the bridge, please look straight up ahead, a little bit out here to your left. We're coming back to the Boeing building, the building with the big clock at the top. As your eyes drop down to the south roof where you see that silver white truss system that is suspending the entire west side of the building over the switching track that runs underneath the southwest corner of the building where they cannot put a post. And off to our right, we're going by the Opera House once again, which has a 15-story stage that sits in an auditorium of 3,800 seats, and it's ornately decorated, and it's a beautiful place to see a performance. The whole outside of this building is decorated with this relief sculpture that has been put into the Indiana limestone that covers the building. To your right is the General Growth Properties building. This company owns over 220 shopping malls across the country. The style is severe international. The most obvious example of this style is the old Chicago Sun-Times building, which has now been torn down so Trump Tower could rise up into the sky. The new home of the Chicago Sun-Times is directly up ahead of the boat. And off to our right, as we get on the other side of the approaching bridge, we're going to be going by a historical site. Up ahead on your right, back in the year 1860, there was a temporary building here called Wigwam, which housed the Republican National Convention of that year. To your right is where Abraham Lincoln was nominated to run for the 16th President of the United States. Now as we get on the other side of the approaching bridge, I have one building and one bridge that I want to show you. They will come quickly, so follow me the best that you can and listen as carefully as you can to the words. On here to your left, you see a tall white residential tower. To the right of that is a second very tall, skinny residential tower. When we get on the other side of the bridge, you're going to see a third building. It's about half the size of these two towers, and it is much, much older than these two towers. This old building is coming into view as we go underneath the bridge. It is called the Fulton House. It is celebrating its 106th birthday. It was built the last time the Chicago Cubs won the World Series. And then you see the bridge in the upright position, and behind that is the bridge in the down position, and that is the site of the Great Chicago Flood that occurred on April the 13th, 1992. They punctured a tunnel that runs underneath that bridge. This tunnel is 62 miles long, and it ties into the basements of all of the old buildings throughout the entire loop because it's an old freight tunnel. So 62 miles of tunnel filled up with water. Then all of the basements of all of the buildings throughout the entire loop filled up with water. And if you went to Macy's in the old Marshall Fields building, they had 39 feet of water in their various basements with fish swimming around the TVs, the sofas, and the lingerie. They had to shut down the entire loop for 3 days in order to stop the leak. Took them months to get everything cleaned up, and they discovered they had more fish in the river than they thought they had. Chicago was incorporated way back in 1837. And now to your right is Upper and Lower Wacker Drive, part of the 1909 Burnham plan to have a double-deck driveway and walkway along the river, as you'll find in some European cities. Wacker Drive's the only street in Chicago that goes up, down, east, west, north, and south. If you are unfamiliar with the streets in Chicago, never drive Wacker Drive. You'll get hopelessly confused. And as we go by our bridges, check out all the bridge houses because they're all designed differently, reflecting the variety of style and decoration in Chicago. Certainly it is this variety of style that makes Chicago such an interesting architectural town. And now to our left is 300 North LaSalle, a brand new 60-story office building. And it's a good example of green architecture. It has received the Gold Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design rating of the U.S. Green Building Council. Chicago also has the largest number of green roofs of any city in the country with over 530,000 square feet. The whole top is large, intensive green space.
Mira, se le hicieron un diseño muy moderno, mira. Está como flotando el cubo en el medio de ahí arriba, mira.
Sí.
And now to your right is the site
Agacha
of
la
the
cabeza, agacha la
Eastern
cabeza.
disaster that occurred on July the 24th, 1918. The passenger ship Eastern was boarded between these two bridges. Over 2,000 people got on board. The boat rolled over on its side, trapping and killing 844 people. 22 whole families were lost in this tragedy that could have been prevented. A morgue was established in an armory on West Washington Street. Today, that armory is Oprah's Harpo Studios. It's said that Harpo Studios is haunted from the East End. Driver's check. Now off to our right, we have our little friend here at 55 West Wacker. Then we have, which is known as the Fuji style. And then we have the Leo Burnett Building, the birthplace of Tony the Tiger, Charlie the Tuna, Jolly Green Giant, and the Pillsbury Doughboy, and other characters. Leo Burnett is one of the largest advertising agencies in the country. The building was designed by Kevin Roach, who won the Fitzger Architectural Award for his polymer design. And not this bridge, but the next bridge is the State Street Bridge. State Street, that great street that Frank Sinatra would sing about in the song Chicago, is off to our right. State Street was the #1 retail street in Chicago between 1900 and the 1950s. In the 1950s, it was known as the busiest street in the world. All right, everybody, look at the top of the bridge here where it says State Street, and notice that gentleman in that yellow coat, and he's starting to do a little dance for you. He is called Soup Man. He comes out here and he dances for all of the tourists. So give him some applause, some whistles, some claps. This is his little entertainment for you. Good job, Soup Man. Very good. Very good. Oh, us retired people, what we do. To your right is Wabash Plaza. This is Chicago's Vietnam Veterans Memorial. In the background is the Jewelers Building. But your eyes will look at the Jewelers Building up in the tower, and the building here on top of the tower, which, by the way, used to be a speakeasy for Al Capone. And also to the right, notice this tower that seems to be covered with gold. That's the Hard Rock Hotel today. The building was built after 1929, and then the building was to symbolize a champagne bottle in celebration of their glory. And now to your right, rising up beyond the international style Wyndham Hotel is the Neo-Gothic Panther Tower, our skinniest skyscraper in Chicago, 42 stories tall with the lantern room at the top of 9.6 inches in diameter. It stands right next to the former London Yard Tea, built back in 1923. And in front of this building back in 1803, you can find Fort Dearborn, a fort that was built here to protect the settlers. Rick Cogan is a columnist for the Chicago Tribune, and he writes in his book, Sidewalks 2, that Chicago is a city that was built in a series of mistakes and miracles, a combination of the wonderful and the wicked. Let's hope that it always will be, as it is today, for better or worse, a city certifiably alive. We are coming back to the dock right now. I'm going to ask everybody on the boat, whether you're on the upper deck or the lower deck, for everybody to find a seat and sit down. We like to have everybody seated as we come back to the dock. We ask you to remain seated until the crew tells you that it's safe to stand up and walk off the boat. I will be available on the dock for questions.
Would you like it, sir? Good. Now you can tell your friends. What did you...
On behalf of our crew today, which has been Captain Brian, Jay, Aristotle, Dan, Patrick, and myself, we thank you very much for choosing Wendella in our 80th year of operation. We hope you come back and visit us again sometime, but we wish you all an absolutely fantastic time and a lively and lovely Chicago. Thank you very much, and I'll meet you on the dock. Thank you very much.
High five.
Bye from Chicago.
Bye from Chicago.
¿Puedes capital?
Con el bastón.